Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at how Black women in Brazil are using social media.
To fight racism and redefine beauty standards?
Yeah, and we'll be focusing on...
Like how they're using the symbolism of Afro hairstyles.
Okay, so our main source for this deep dive is an academic article.
It's called My Hair, My Crown, examining Black Brazilian women's anti-racist discursive strategies on social media.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. It was published in the Canadian Journal of Latin American and Caribbean Studies.
Okay, so this is all about how...
These women are reclaiming their narratives
Right.
and pushing back against racism in a country that often prides itself on being a racial democracy.
Yeah, you always hear about Brazil as this...
Harmonious melting pot.
Exactly. Is that really true?
Well, the reality is much more complex.
Okay.
Brazil has a long and complicated history with race
Right.
that we need to understand.
So let's unpack this idea of racial democracy then.
Okay.
Where did it come from?
Well, the concept emerged in the 1930s. Okay.
And it was heavily influenced by Gilberto Freire's book, Casagrande and Senzala.
Okay.
And it presented a somewhat romanticized view of slavery in Brazil.
But how can you romanticize something as brutal as slavery? I mean,
Right.
it lasted for over 350 years in Brazil.
Exactly. And even after abolition,
Right.
there were systematic attempts to erase this history.
Oh, wow.
For example, the national anthem, which was composed just 2 years after slavery ended,
Okay.
claims that slaves never existed
What?
in such a noble country.
Wow, that's shocking to hear.
It is.
So racial democracy wasn't an accurate reflection of reality.
Not at all.
So what was actually happening then?
Well, around the turn of the 20th century,
Okay.
Brazil was striving to modernize
Right.
and become a global power.
They wanted to be taken seriously.
Yes, but there was a perceived problem.
Okay. What's that?
The majority of the population wasn't white.
And that's where the idea of whitening came in.
Precisely.
Okay.
Thinkers like Lacerda Keel,
Okay.
Mello, and Rodriguez. Okay.
Promoted this ideology,
Wow.
encouraging European immigration and miscegenation,
With the hope of...
essentially breeding out Black and Indigenous features.
It's just shocking how openly they talked about this.
It really highlights the pervasiveness of these racist ideologies, even in a country that claims to be racially harmonious.
And it makes you question this whole...
Notion of racial fluidity in Brazil?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The article mentions over 135 self-declared racial denominations.
That's right. It shows the complexity and ambiguity of racial categories,
Yeah.
which contrasts sharply with the more rigid systems
Right.
that we see in other parts of the world.
So how did these historical and social contexts then shape our understanding of race and racism in Brazil today?
Well, that's a crucial question to consider
Right.
as we delve into the experiences of Black women
Okay.
facing racism online in contemporary Brazil.
Because even in a country that supposedly embraces racial diversity, Black women are still facing discrimination and hate speech online. And it seems to be getting worse.
It is. The article highlights a disturbing trend.
Okay.
The alarming rise of online racism targeting Black women,
Okay.
particularly those who are upwardly mobile.
So it's not enough to just be Black. You have to be successful too.
Sadly, it seems that way.
It's heartbreaking to read some of the examples from actual Facebook posts.
I know, it's awful.
Imagine being a successful Black actress
Right.
and having someone comment on your post.
It's just...
The Black woman's place is in the fields harvesting cotton and not traveling across Europe.
It's infuriating.
Or our Black business manager posting pictures of a ski trip,
Right.
only to be told, wait until the snow melts down and use the water to do the dishes.
It's clear that these comments are meant to belittle and delegitimize their achievement.
And it's not just the blatant racism, it's the...
The way they try to disguise it as humor.
Right, like they'll say, oh, it's just a joke.
Exactly. That's the insidious nature of what we call racism without racists.
Right.
Using disparagement humor.
As a shield.
Exactly. As Bernia Silva explained,
Okay.
to mask racist intent and make it more socially acceptable.
And social media platforms just make this so much worse.
They do. The algorithms, the anonymity, the virality,
Right.
all contribute to creating online spaces.
Where these awful ideas can spread unchecked.
Exactly. Where racism can fester and become normalized.
So given this history of denial and the rise of online hate, where does the anti-racism movement in Brazil stand today?
Well, it's been a long and challenging journey.
I bet.
The movement itself faced significant obstacles during the military dictatorship from the 1960s to the mid-80s,
Wow.
when open discussion of racism was essentially taboo.
It's amazing how powerful these narratives can be,
I know.
even when they're so clearly untrue.
The dominant narrative at the time was that racism didn't exist,
Wow.
a concept termed silent racism.
Oh, wow.
And the first real attempt to address it at an institutional level
Okay.
came with the Afonso Arinos Law in 1951,
And what did that do?
which outlawed discrimination.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even that had its limitations.
So how did the movement evolve from there?
Well, the mid-1980s marked a turning point with the end of the dictatorship
Right.
and a new constitution in 1988.
Okay.
There was more space for open dialogue
Right.
and activism.
So things started to change.
They did. Black women in particular began to play a more prominent role.
The article mentioned this phrase, blackening the feminism.
Exactly. Black women started establishing their own NGOs, and they infused the feminist movement with a much-needed racial perspective,
Right.
demanding recognition of their unique struggles.
And this leads us to the heart of our deep dive today.
Yes.
The My Hair, My Crown movement.
It's fascinating.
I'm so curious to hear how Black women are using the Afro hairstyle as a symbol of empowerment.
Well, think about it. For generations, Afro hair has been denigrated and ridiculed
Really?
in Brazilian society.
Wow.
Terms like hard hair, kinky hair, even witch's broom hair were used
Gosh.
to diminish its beauty.
That's awful.
It is. It's like they were trying to erase their identity
Right.
and force them to conform to a white standard of beauty.
And that's exactly what this movement is pushing back against.
It is. This movement is about reclaiming their natural hair
Okay.
and rejecting the idea that beauty is synonymous with whiteness.
The article shared some powerful quotes from Black women
I know. They're so inspiring.
describing their personal journeys of self-discovery
Yeah.
through their hair. Like one woman who said, "It is not only your hair that changes when you accept it naturally curled.
Right.
We also change as an individual, and a lot."
It's a profound statement.
It is.
It shows that embracing natural hair is about so much more than just aesthetics.
I can see that.
It's about self-acceptance and reclaiming one's power.
It's a direct challenge to the dominant beauty standards
Absolutely.
that we see in Brazilian media.
Like with figures like Zuxa
Right.
or Gisele Bündchen.
You nailed it. Those figures represent a very specific and, frankly, unattainable standard of beauty.
Especially for Black women.
For most Brazilians,
Oh.
especially Black women.
And it perpetuates this idea
Yes.
that whiteness is superior.
Exactly. Even in a country as racially diverse as Brazil.
Exactly. The My Hair, My Crown movement is about disrupting that narrative
It is.
and celebrating the beauty of Blackness in all its forms.
Absolutely.
It's a powerful reminder that true beauty comes from within,
Yes.
from embracing your authentic self.
You got it.
And it's incredible how they're using social media to connect with each other,
Right.
share their stories,
Yeah.
and build this movement.
Social media, for all its flaws, can be a powerful tool for amplifying marginalized voices.
It gives them a platform
Yes.
to speak their truth, challenge the status quo, and redefine what it means to be beautiful.
This all ties back to the concept of becoming Black
Right.
that Sousa wrote about.
It's about a conscious process of accepting one's racial identity and reclaiming one's narrative.
It's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment,
Yeah.
often requiring unlearning years of internalized racism.
And tragically, that internalized racism often starts within their own families.
Sadly,
This article shared some heartbreaking stories
I know.
of Black women being taught to dislike their natural hair
It's hard to read those stories.
by their own mothers or grandmothers.
Right. It's a stark reminder of how deeply ingrained these ideologies can be.
Like one woman who said she remembers the pain of the straightening process she went through as a child,
It's awful.
and her mother's warnings that she would be ugly and unattractive if she didn't conform.
These stories are a testament to the lasting impact of colonialism and the enduring power of whitening ideology.
Wow.
It's a cycle that continues to affect generations of Black women.
But the women in this movement are breaking that cycle.
They are.
They are choosing to embrace their natural beauty and challenge the very notion of what is considered desirable.
They are reclaiming their crowns and inspiring others to do the same.
So how does this play out in their online activism?
Okay.
How are they using social media to push back against these harmful messages?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us to the next layer of this movement.
Okay.
They're doing more than just reacting
Right.
to racist attacks.
Yeah. They're not just defending themselves.
What's fascinating is they're creating counter-narratives.
What do you mean?
They're proactively defining themselves on their own terms
Okay.
and reclaiming the narrative about Black beauty.
So instead of internalizing those negative messages, they're
Yeah.
saying, this is who I am,
Exactly.
and I'm beautiful.
It's a powerful act of resistance.
It really is.
They're challenging beauty standards, reclaiming their African heritage, and inspiring others to embrace their blackness.
The article mentioned some women felt like they were becoming black later in life,
Right.
almost like it was a conscious choice,
It highlights the complexity of racial identity in Brazil. Right.
where the lines are often blurred,
Yeah.
and there's this pressure to assimilate into a whitened ideal.
Exactly. So for some,
Yeah.
embracing their natural hair and their blackness is a journey.
Absolutely.
And it's not just an individual journey either.
No, it's not.
It's a communal one.
Exactly.
They're building a community online.
They are. The article mentioned Facebook groups like
Yeah.
Beautiful Curled and Black Female Resistance.
So these online spaces offer a sense of belonging,
Yes.
a place to share experiences, and a platform to amplify their message.
They're creating a collective force for change.
That's right.
It's amazing how something as simple as a hairstyle
Right.
can become such a potent symbol of resistance.
Symbols are powerful.
They are.
Think about it. The Afro hairstyle has been historically associated with negative stereotypes.
Right.
But these women are flipping the script,
Yeah.
turning it into a symbol of pride, power, and beauty.
One woman in the article said, "The black woman's hair embodies the symbol of our blackness."
It's a powerful statement.
It really is. It speaks to the idea that our bodies are canvases upon which we can express our identities
Exactly.
and challenge societal norms.
What are the broader implications of this movement?
Yeah. Do you think it's actually changing perceptions of beauty in Brazil?
I think it is. It's sparking conversations,
Okay.
challenging ingrained biases, and forcing people to confront the reality of racism in Brazil.
It's definitely making waves.
Yes, it is. And it's not just happening in isolation either.
Right.
This movement is connected to larger social movements like Black Lives Matter
Okay.
and the global fight for racial justice.
These women are part of a global chorus of voices
They are.
demanding equality and recognition.
Yes.
They're using social media to connect with each other across borders, share strategies, and build solidarity.
Exactly. It's a reminder that the fight for social justice is interconnected.
We can't address racism in Brazil
Right.
without addressing it everywhere.
And that's why this deep dive is so important.
It's not just about Brazil.
Yeah.
It's about the bigger picture.
It's about connecting it to the larger conversation about race, identity, and power.
So what does this all mean for us as individuals then? How can we support and amplify these voices?
That's a great question and something for all of us to think about.
Right.
This movement shows us that change starts with self-love and acceptance.
Okay.
From there, we can start challenging the systems of oppression that perpetuate racism and discrimination.
It's about recognizing our own biases and working to dismantle them.
It is. It's about being an ally and using our voices to amplify the voices of those who are marginalized.
It's about educating ourselves,
Yes.
listening to the experiences of others, and speaking out against injustice wherever we see it.
This deep dive has been incredibly eye-opening.
It has. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity,
Right.
there is always hope, always resistance,
Yes.
and always the possibility of creating a more beautiful and just world.
And sometimes that resistance starts with something as simple as embracing your crown.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into My Hair, My Crown. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep pushing for a better world.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And we'll be back soon with part 2 of this deep dive.
We'll pick up right where we left off.
Stay tuned.
See you then. They're creating counter-narratives.
Oh, interesting. So they're going beyond just reacting.
Yeah, it's about proactively defining themselves on their own terms.
And reclaiming the narrative about Black beauty
Exactly.
instead of letting others define them.
Right. It's a powerful act of resistance.
It is. It's like taking back control.
Yeah. Challenging beauty standards, reclaiming their African heritage,
Uh-huh.
and inspiring others to embrace their blackness.
I remember the article mentioned some women
Yeah.
who felt like they were,
Like they were becoming black.
later in life.
Yeah.
Like it was a conscious process.
It is. It highlights the complexity of racial identity in Brazil,
I can see that.
where the lines are often blurred,
Yes.
and there's this pressure to assimilate.
Right, into that whitened ideal.
Exactly.
So for some, embracing their natural hair
Yeah.
and their blackness is a journey.
Absolutely.
And it's not just an individual journey.
No, it's not. They're building a community online.
Oh, that's interesting. What do they use?
Facebook groups, mostly.
Like,
Beautiful Curled and Black Female Resistance.
so these groups are like safe spaces then?
Yeah, they offer a sense of belonging,
Okay.
a place to share experiences,
Right.
and a platform to amplify their message.
It sounds like they're creating a real movement.
They are a collective force for change.
It's amazing how something like a hairstyle
I know, right?
can become such a powerful symbol.
Symbols are powerful.
They really are.
I mean, think about it. The Afro hairstyle has been historically associated.
With all these negative stereotypes.
Exactly, but these women are flipping the script.
They're reclaiming it.
They are turning it into a symbol of pride, power, and beauty.
One woman in the article said,
Let me guess.
"The black woman's hair embodies the symbol of our blackness."
It's such a powerful statement.
It really is. It's like saying our hair is our crown.
Exactly. It speaks to the idea that our bodies
Our canvases for
Yeah.
expressing our identities.
and challenging societal norms.
So beyond the individual level,
Yeah.
what kind of broader impact is this movement having?
Yeah.
Do you think it's actually changing perceptions of beauty in Brazil?
I think it is.
Really?
Yeah, it's sparking conversations,
Good.
challenging ingrained biases,
Uh-huh.
and forcing people to confront the reality of racism in Brazil.
So it's shaking things up.
It is. And it's not just happening in isolation either.
What do you mean?
Well, this movement is connected to larger social movements,
Okay.
like Black Lives Matter
Okay, yeah.
and the global fight for racial justice.
So it's all part of a bigger picture.
Exactly. These
Yeah.
women are part of a global chorus of voices.
Demanding to be heard.
Yeah. Demanding equality and recognition.
And they're using social media
Mm-hmm.
to connect with others around the world.
Right. To share strategies and build solidarity.
It's a powerful reminder
It is.
that the fight for social justice
Uh-huh.
is interconnected.
We can't address racism in Brazil
Right.
without addressing it everywhere.
And that's why we're doing this deep dive today.
Exactly. It's not just about understanding what's happening in Brazil.
Right. It's about connecting it to the larger conversation.
About race identity and power.
So what does this all mean for us as individuals then?
That's a great question.
How can we be better allies?
This movement shows us that change starts with self-love and acceptance.
Okay.
From there, we can start challenging the systems of oppression.
That perpetuates racism.
Yeah. And discrimination.
So it starts with looking inward
It does. It's about recognizing our own biases
and then dismantling them
and using our voices
to support others.
to amplify the voices of those who are marginalized.
It's about educating ourselves.
Yes.
Listening to the experiences of others
Absolutely.
and speaking out against injustice.
Wherever we see it.
I think this deep dive
Yeah.
has been really eye-opening.
It has. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity,
Yeah.
there is always hope.
There's always resistance.
And the possibility of creating a more beautiful and just
a
world
better world for everyone.
for everyone. And sometimes that resistance starts with something as simple as embracing your hair.
Your crown.
Exactly, your crown.
So we've been talking about how black women in Brazil are using their hair,
As a symbol of resistance.
yeah, to challenge beauty standards and reclaim their narrative.
It's about taking control
Wow.
and using your voice.
And social media is playing a big role in this,
Absolutely. It's giving them a platform to connect
to share their stories and build community.
and to amplify their message to a global audience.
One thing that really stood out to me
Yeah.
was the emphasis on self-acceptance.
That's so important.
The article highlighted how so many black women have internalized these,
Negative messages.
about their hair and their appearance,
It's really sad to think about the impact of those messages.
especially when they come from within their own families.
It's heartbreaking.
But these women are choosing,
Challenge those messages.
yeah, they're choosing to love themselves for who they are.
And that's a powerful message for everyone.
It is, not just for black women,
Right. For anyone who's ever felt pressure to conform.
to these unrealistic beauty standards.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that true beauty.
Comes from within
Yeah. Embracing our unique features.
and celebrating our diversity.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from this conversation?
I think the key takeaway is that change starts with us.
Okay.
It starts with recognizing our own biases.
And challenging the status quo.
Yes. And using our voices to support those who are marginalized.
It starts with self-love
Absolutely. Embracing our authentic selves.
and recognizing our inherent worth.
These women are showing us that even in the face of adversity,
We have the power
We have the power to define ourselves on our own terms
to reclaim our crowns.
and inspire others to do the same.
It's been an inspiring conversation.
It has. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into My Hair, My Crown.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've learned something new today.
And that you'll continue to explore these issues.
And use your voice to make a difference in the world.
Until next time.
Keep learning. Keep questioning.
And keep pushing for a better world.
For everyone.